Guys, Bob Canada, how are you? Hey, I know you're on my marketing page, incomegenerators.biz, and on the Zinzino page. Obviously, I have a setup of the videos to get people interested, and hopefully, maybe you went down that process. And now that you're on board, what's the next step? Duplication. So, Zinzino has some great stuff. I always, like to put things in my own words in my own way. And what I always believed in, you got to have a simple couple page getting started plan for everyone to follow. And then of course people can branch out into the, into the, the what do you call them there? The social media sites of the company and learn more. You can always keep expanding and you will your education on Zinzino. But what I want to do is try to give you a cookie cutter. So as we bring people in, we watch the training and we go from there. This will evolve because I'm brand new with the company. I just put my thoughts down on what I think people should know as they initially get started. And we'll probably change this, several times. This is the date of the first recording. So, as I said, if you're looking at this and you're just on board as maybe a wholesale customer, you came on board to get the products at the best price. Look, that's fine. But if we're really gearing this for people who are looking to what? Build a secondary stream of income, residual income. Okay. So what the first thing I tell everyone, I used to train across the country with my uh, last company. You got to treat it like a business. Doesn't mean you got to do full time, but think about what you put into your regular job or career. And we're just looking for, a fraction of that of consistency to build with your Zinzino business. And it can be more rewarding and fulfilling. I mean, I made six figures a year without getting out of bed for 20 plus years because I followed a system in my last company. That's the type of thing we could do here with Zinzino, whether it's a few hundred a month or six figures a year or more. Okay. So, what I recommend is you print this out so you'll have a hard copy because there's going to be some, tasks in here. I even have at the end, I have a little checklist of everything. So you want to have it in hard print, and obviously, watch these. I'm going to try to do this in like two videos. Um, I didn't stop the clock here, but about 6:30. So I'm going to keep an eye on the time, and because I don't want to rush through it, but yeah, I don't overwhelm you with a 40-minute video. So I'll try to do two 20-minute videos. But if this is now you're on board. So it's a 20-minute video. If you can't watch couple of 20-minute videos to learn how to get started, then you're really not serious about this business. Can we all agree with that? So let's take our time. Let's go through it uh, with some key things. You're always going to learn more. I'm going to miss on some things, but you'll have other leaders you can work with. I have leaders that I'm working with. This is just my rendition of how the training should go. First thing everyone does, they enroll, and you enroll. This is for you, but it's also for as you bring people in. You're going to kind of follow the same suit, if you will. Okay, so the enroller link is zinzino.com, and we all have an ID. So all you do is you give them that ID number, you write Zinzino, just say go to zinzino.com. Now, if you want to do a Zoom and work with them on the enrollment and watch what they're doing, let them do the enrollment. You can do a Zoom with them and watch it. If not, it's not rocket science. You can talk them over the phone as they doing it on their. I like computer. Some people do things on the phone. I like things on the computer. Okay, so now you're enrolling. You choose your first order. Now, when you choose your first order, I'm going to talk about the kits. Okay, option one, this is the lowest option, and almost nobody comes in with just an oil. And yes, there's other products, but I'm going to focus on that. The oil is the number one product. So I'm going to assume in talking to you that you're all getting the oil. You get another product, instead of the oil, but that to me doesn't make sense. The omega or the balanced oil is really the focus of the company. Okay. Now, oil and test. What does that mean? It's approximately $115 for the initial. Okay, you can't get tested in New York. New York, if you're in New York, we're gonna have to talk. It's a whole different animal. Okay, figures New York. Okay, now that's option one and the lowest option. So we do have an entry point for people who want to put their toe in the water, and it's okay. But most people are getting involved with the kit. Now, there's a third kit or a middle kit. I'm just focusing on two of the kits. Why? Because they have specific things you get with them. And the 325 kit, you can earn fast start bonuses. Of course, you start building the compensation plan, but also you get, whether you do it right away or anytime, when you buy a 325 kit, you can actually get positioned with three centers at the top. So when you understand how we build out a binary, you can actually build out two binaries and get paid on three centers. So there's an advantage to having three centers. Trust me, I've been in this with my last company, but you can only get them when you do a 325 kit. You don't have to do it up front. You can do it anytime, but because of the product, because of the logic of having some inventory, you want to at least start, in my mind, with a 325 kit. What my leaders are doing and what I did and what everyone, I believe, if you have the money, get an ultimate kit. Why? Because not only get the benefits of three centers and all that, but you also get 10 test kits. And when you understand this business, it's about testing people, whether it's customers or reps. You want to have these kits on hand. Now, you can buy kits, a la carte, but there's nothing better than having it. Plus, you get a ton of products, and which we'll talk about. And again, watch this getting started a couple of times, because you can get overwhelmed if you try to say, I got to grasp everything with Bobby's, 2 20-minute Zooms. That's not going to happen. So we want you to watch it even twice if you have to, okay? But understand in 13 months, there's a refund option. After a year, if you have 25 products in your team, which I'm going to go over in a little bit, being marketed, it counts you and all your customers, okay? Right, you and your customers, 25 products, which should come out, each product's about, 4 to 5 points. You might need a few extra products, but 25 products and 125 points, okay? You're going to get all this $1,150 back. The company gives you a full refund, and you got everything for free, basically. And all you got to do is have 25 products, counting yourself and all your customers, okay? And if you didn't come in with the ultimate kit, they give you 6 months to purchase it, but still, by the end of your year, from your start date, you got to hit this criteria, okay, to get a full refund on everything. If you miss it, you still got great value with the $1,150 kit, okay? What's the next thing you do? So now that you've chose your option to get started, right? Just follow along. It's not complicated, but I don't want you to miss anything. You set up your auto ship. Now, auto ship, this is a funny little company, little different. It took me a while to learn this. See, that's why I want a getting started guide. I had to call my lead up and say, well, what's this one bottle? And then buy the rest as customers. But here's the thing. Remember, I just told you, we get paid and we get rewarded for customer, and then we call them customers, but they're really products, and your products count. So what does that mean? You don't want to order more than one bottle on your auto ship, because that doesn't count. That's your monthly. And what you have to do to stay active and earn is just one bottle. Plus, it ties in your back office. And with this order, your auto ship, you get a test kit every 4 months. So the idea is, when you get your initial order, before you start the order, you do your test, send it to the company, you find out how messed up you are with your ratio, as I was 14-1, which isn't too bad, but still bad, okay? Then every 4 months, just being on auto ship, you're going to get your oil every month. One bottle should do. If you need more, you put them on as a customer order. I'll explain that in a second. And you get a test kit every 4 months. And it also covers your back office. That whole thing is going to be about $80 bucks a month with your back office and everything. That's a great auto ship price point. Okay. Extra products should be ordered as a customer. Either you can actually be your own. You can register yourself as a customer or a family member. Okay. That's where, and you're going to see why, you don't do any more than one product on your monthly auto ship. Okay. Checking the time. I got 10 minutes left. Now, then you set up to receive commissions. I haven't even done that yet. I just get started. I'm not worried about commissions. I'm worried about getting this thing built. But that's obviously where they're going to deposit your money. So you got to have that set up. Okay. What's the next thing? Go into your back office and set up this is just your setup, binary placement. So when we build our team, okay, there's one thing, it's called the enrollment tree. Everyone you bring in goes on your front line. That's just automatic by the company, and there's some reason for that. I won't get into it at this point. But the binary is we're going to build two teams, and what they want to know is when people come in, we have a few options. There's a holding tank for I don't know how many days. You could actually place them where you want them, left side, right side, under a certain person. Okay. But then there's what's called balance placement. It's gonna balance your team out based on your volume. If they see your team sales is 2,000 on this side, they're gonna put all the people until you even that out on your left side. It's only left side, right side. Then we have weak side. Okay, where is there less people? Okay, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. I'm learning as I go. Balance placement means left side, left side, right. It alternates. Weak side means whatever team is growing bigger, all those people are going to automatically go to your weaker side, which is where you want them. Or you can actually place them left team, right team, and switch it over whenever you feel. So there is something to where do you want your placement? Learn that. Again, I don't expect you to master it, but just know these are the things you're going to know when we get set up. Next thing, so that's the setup. Now let's go into goal statement. Why are you doing the business? And every business, guys, you're going to get some bumps. If you don't have a little paragraph now, I'm doing this for my kids. I'm doing this for my retirement. We get specific as you can. Read that every day. It'll keep you motivated. Trust me. It's all proven. Now, education and training. Well, building your business. Notice I said we're building. It's not one of these, let me learn for 6 months, and then I'll start building it. You jump right in to building your business. At the same time, you get your education, okay? Talk to your team about all the available overviews, team Zooms we do, social media groups you can tie in with. So there is a training structure to this, okay? What else? What else do we do with training? There's a brief back office tour. I think you should do with your enroller. Let them show you where to find your product tabs. I think, the company might do one. I think it's better you just either learn, whether it's your enroller, if he's new, there's a senior person who will say, so book your back office tour. Just say, I want 10 minutes. Show me the back office. You initiate it. Don't wait for someone to call you and say, oh, Jim, let me do your back office tour. No, you initiate it. Hey, I want to learn my back office. It's on my getting started guide. I need someone to show it to me. We'll be more than happy to do that. Okay. There's tons of information on zinzino, information, the oil. Also on my income generator sites /zinzino, I'm building out what? All the videos that we can use to recruit, and of course, the training. We might add more stuff on training. But the point is, there's so much with the company. I'm just giving you the basics. So there's one thing is you want to get your initial training with your back office tour and what I have going through this getting started guide. Okay. You always learn more, but get the basics and let's get going. Okay. Last thing I'm going to do before I end this, and we get into the building part, I'm just going to talk a little bit about the fast start. I have a full, if you have watched already, there's a full compensation where I take you through, well, not only what I'm mentioning to you, so you can watch it in more detail, but also the whole comp plan, binary, how we get paid. Okay, we're not going to go over this today. This is just your initial stuff. I want you to understand a couple terms. Credits, they use the term credits. you need 25 or 150 credits. It's really the points, volume. BV or CV is the point value to each product. So each product has about 4 to 5 credits. So if we say you're going to have, 10 customers and 50 credits, well, what does that mean? It just means what it says. 10 products got to be in, through your customers, and 50 credits. Each product has about 4 to 5 credits. So I want you to understand what credits are. And I already explained this. Customers is customer points. Okay. Each product is 1 point. So we say, sometimes they say we need 25 customer points. Well, or should I say you need customer points, meaning you need customers. That's one product. So if they say you need 10 customers, you need 10 products. It's that simple. Okay. Now, new rep kits. I'm going to go over some ways we get paid some upfront money. So one's based on you bringing in new reps and your team bringing in new reps, and you get points when they come in with the kits. Okay. Smallest kit, middle kit, largest kit. 1 point, 2 points, 3 points. Okay. And you'll see why. Now, let's talk a little about retail customers. Retail customers do not have to be an auto ship. They can buy whenever they want. They're going to pay about 10 to 30% higher. That's retail profit in your pocket. You do get paid on your wholesale customers. That's part of the comp plan, but there is a retail price. I'd rather not have retail customers. I want everyone to get paid, be able to buy at the same price, and have them getting products every single month on auto ship. A premier customer is someone who's not in the grid. They're not building the business, but they're on auto ship. They say, I want my oil every month. They get the same pricing as we do. And they also get a free test that will come to them every 4 months with their simple 5044, whatever is bottle of oil. Can't get any better to bring in a customer in. Customers do not get in the company grid. They're not in the comp plan grid, so they join as a rep. And you can join as a rep. I think it's free, okay, if you choose to. All right. Now, reason why you don't recommend that, because when you do become a distributor, there's some nice fast start money, and we want to show that to you right now. Now, goals to achieve. Now, listen what I'm telling you. The following below is the business launch process. Doing the same with your personal enrolled, you and your people. Get them going as quick as possible, and you can achieve these goals. But here's what I want to tell you. Don't get overwhelmed with this. I was too busy I got a marketing guy I'm bringing in. I failed myself hitting these fast start points, but I'm more concerned with what? The long-term residual 6-figure income. So even though I didn't do this in the timely period, it's okay. But if you want to have some giddy up, make some quicker money, watch what I'm going to say. Watch it a couple times, only a few things, but I want to close with this, then I'll get into the building part, okay? This is the things you want to shoot for, whether it's right away with some upfront benefit or down the road. Q team, what does that mean? Your first goal is to get, remember, I did this, I actually accomplished this right away because besides my auto ship, I picked out 4 products for myself that I want. And they have great products, okay? 4 products, whether it's this is you and your own customers. 4 products that equal 20 points. Remember, each product is 4 to 5 points, so maybe you got to do 5 products, okay? That equals 4 and free. You now get first of all, you get your auto ship free, just you pay shipping, I think, and you get to carry points over. That's in this binary, okay? And if you do this in your first 30 days, you also get a one-time the companies in Sweden, they pay in euros. Just so you know, a euro at the time I'm cutting this is $1.15 on 425 actually to the dollar. So if you get 100 euros, you're actually making more than $100. You with me? Okay. So if you do this And the reason I'm giving you this and you're getting started, you say, why are you giving this now? Because you just got started. And if you want to make this extra money and hit these things, you got to jump at it. I don't want you to learn this, you know, 4 months down the road. You go, oh shit, why didn't you tell me this? I missed out on some bonuses, if you will. Not the end of the world. So in your getting started, we're hitting you with this right now so you can you can jump on it. Okay. X team, you got 4 months to do this. 10 products. Again, they if you listen to zinzino, they're calling them customers products. Okay. 50 credits. Again, 4 to 5 credits a product, you might need 12 products. You understand? Because you need 50 credits also. You earn 75 euros on all your personals one time. So if they do this, okay, when they do this, you're going to get 75 bucks from when they all your personals, whether it's now or you do this 6 months from now. You earn 150 if you do this within your first 150 euros. Remember, everything's in euros one time. So remember, you do the 4, you get 100 euros. You do this in 4 months, you're going to get 150 euros one time. The other benefit when you're at X Team, the points in your binary double on all starter kits from your entire team. Remember, there's value. You get what we call volume from every starter kit. It doubles, and that's what you're going to get paid on when you understand the compensation plan in the binary. Okay, so now again, so just don't focus on all what you get. Just say Q team is 4 products, 20 points. Okay, X team is I got 4 months to do 10 products, 50 credits. Okay. What's A team? This is, I forget, this is also 4 months. Okay. 25 products. Okay. A little more aggressive, 125 credits. You earn 100 euros every month. Okay. If you do this, or once you do this, A team needs to be done. Okay. So again, I should have clarified this. I don't know if you get every month, if it takes you a while. I forget if there's a time limit or when you hit A team, maybe you do get 100. I think you do get $100 bonus every month. That's the big benefit. Whether it takes you 3 months or 6 months, that's a bonus. 100 euro on top of what you get paid in the binary and everything else. You get €100 every single month. Okay. 25 products. Some people do that with themselves and 2, 3, or 4 customers. Okay. Now, last couple things. I'm going to take my break here. And then we're done. Just 2 more points, and then we're going to stop it. We'll get into launching your business. That'll be part 2. The 60-day, this now is based on, that was based on customers. You with me? These free teams were all based on you, what you buy, and your customer acquisition. Okay, now we switch. Now we're going to distributors, as I call them, or reps. 60-day new team member acquisition bonus one time based on starter points. Remember, I already told you this. 1 point, middle, they got to buy the kits. That's why we want you to buy the kit. Not only it's great for the upfront money, but it's also more value for that new person. Okay, so we're doing them a favor by pitching them the kits. Okay, and 3 points for the bigger kit. And that's where you can get it all back if you do your little thing within 3 months. 60 days from joining, 2 months. All you need is 6 points from your own personal enrollments. Okay, you got to have 1 on a binary leg, but pretty much you will. 6 points. You could do the combination. If you just bring in 2 bigger packs, you got 6 points. What do you get? A $400 euro bonus. Okay, now to do this, you can't just come in with the oil like we said. You got to buy your own kit. That's another reason. Fast start money. You have to have at least a 325 kit purchased yourself. But there's a $400 euro bonus. That's almost $500 waiting for you if you just do 6 points. Any combination yourself of bringing people in with these kits. Okay. What's the $1,200 Euro bonus? And we're done. 120 days, 4 months from joining, you need a total of 18 points from, remember the points, 1, 3, based on the kits I just showed you. You need 18 points total from your personal enrollments, which we just covered, and your personals. That's as far as it goes. So if you bring in 5 people, if they bring in a person with a kit, that counts. You got 4 months for you and your personals to do 18 total points. That counts your initial stuff too. That's not that much, guys. Okay, at least 2 points to buy that. That's a €1,200 bonus. That's probably over $1,300 in dollars in your first. There's just extra bonuses. Again, remember you got to have at least a 325K. Why do I go over this fast start stuff with you? As I already told you, I just want to drive it through. It's not to confuse you or to blow you out of the water when you're first getting started. It's to say, look, there's some nice money if we jump in and go to work as quick as possible right from day one. You with me, guys? So that's the first start of the Getting Started guide. Now I'm going to break this. I don't want to overwhelm you. We've done about, I think we did about 25 minutes. Now I want to take the last 20, 15 minutes, talk about building the business, okay? Get in this thing.